Ladies, gentlemen, and others, welcome back to Boz Comics. I know I've been away for several weeks. I think it's been a couple of months at this point. That was not intentional. At one point, my wife and I were both very sick, and we were worried that it was um, because of everything that's going on right now in the world. I can't say the name of the thing because YouTube is a dumpster fire, but you all know what I'm talking about. Um, it turned out to not be that, which is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, I'm glad that we did not have the affliction, but on the other hand, that means that we are still susceptible to it now. So yay, more self-quarantining for me. But anyway, that happened, and then we were dealing with all sorts of stuff with our new house and all manner of things. Life just kept getting in the way, and I kept saying to myself, hey, I need to make more comic book videos, and it just kept not happening. But I am finally back. I'm finally back. I suck a little less. Everything. The stars have aligned to bring this to you. I want to talk to you today about Three Jokers. Number one, with art by Jason Fabok and written by Geoff Johns. Holy shit. So, a little bit of background if you are unfamiliar. A couple of years back, DC moved on from its New 52 era. They moved into Rebirth. The Rebirth seemingly was meant to address a lot of the criticisms of the New 52. It kind of folded the Watchmen into the DC universe proper. At least that was kind of the intention. Certain ideas were set up, big ideas. Some characters were brought back from the dead. Other characters, like other mysteries, were kind of alluded to. One of those mysteries was this new idea that there were three Jokers, not just one. Because if you go back through comics continuity, DC Comics, they've had their crises and stuff, but there's been several different interpretations of the Joker over the years, and they've all been very different from one another. And Geoff Johns kind of got the idea, like, hey, like, let's actually, ostensibly we know that this is the passage of time, a long-running continuity over decades and decades and decades. Different writers have different interpretations, but what if we made this into something more? So they set up this big mystery about, oh my god, there are three Jokers. How is this a thing? What does this mean? What's really going on here? What are the ramifications of this going forward in the DC universe? And then Three Jokers. It was going to be this series. It was going to be a series, and it just kept getting delayed. And so we didn't get our answers. And years went by, and some people kind of lost hype. But now we are finally getting this story. It's finally coming out under DC's Black Label imprint. I guess the idea is that it's in continuity if you want it to be. If this is successful enough, which I have a feeling it will be, this will be part of regular DC continuity, as I believe it was originally intended to be. But that's whatever. Now you're caught up. So, this is incredible. This just came out today. I just read it. Fucking wow. First of all, Jason Fabok's art is a thing of beauty. You guys know me. I'm much more about story than I am about art. But holy shit, this art is so tight. I've heard that this is meant to be something of a companion piece to Doomsday Clock, which I really liked. And that had art by Gary Frank in it. And Fabok's art here is very reminiscent of Gary Frank's art in Doomsday Clock. So if you like that, you're probably really going to appreciate this. So Batman is in the story. He's investigating three separate horrible crimes supposedly committed by the Joker at the same time. The Joker is cited committing these horrible acts in three different places in Gotham City. And so he has to, in order to really crack down on this Three Jokers mystery and start figuring out what the hell's going on, he enlists the aid of Batgirl, who in the 80s, in the seminal work The Killing Joke, was paralyzed for a very long time by the Joker. And he also recruits Jason Todd, the Red Hood, who famously was beaten half to death by the Joker with a crowbar and then blown the fuck up. And then later resurrected and became a gun-toting Batman villain turned anti-hero that Bruce barely tolerates, even though Jason Todd is awesome and deserves all the love in all the world, certain more love than Damian Wayne. That's right, I said what I said. But it's really cool. We got these three Jokers from the three different periods in continuity, so of course Batman needs two allies. Hey guys, see, it's mirroring, it's literary mirroring. Oh man, nah, but it's really cool. They're really well drawn. Batgirl looks beautiful and just stunning. And Jason looks dope as fuck too. There's a little variant they do to his costume as the Red Hood that I thought was really cool. They put his old Robin tunic. They incorporate his old Robin tunic into his ensemble as the Red Hood, which I don't think I've ever seen done before, and I really thought that was cool. There I go, talking about the art again. But so you got Batman, Batgirl, and Red Hood investigating these three Jokers, and I really can't say anything more about that story-wise because there's some moments. So I was watching another review where they said nothing that happened in this book shocked me. It was a really well-told story, but nothing in this shocked me. I got really emotionally invested in this story personally. There was a moment in there where I started laughing giddy like and just said out loud like, "Oh shit! I love this. I love this. This is great." This is so far. Now we're only one issue in. There's two more issues coming. There's that number 3 again. But so far, this is everything that I wanted it to be. The art is great. The mystery is compelling. There's great character drama between Batman, Batgirl, and Red Hood. It's so cool seeing like Batman and Red Hood kind of interacting more directly. And kind of like sharing spotlight and a story together and really playing off one another. There's this moment I will spoil because it's just a gag. It's just in one page, but it's so good. So Red Hood is riding in the Batmobile with Batman, and he says to Batman, he says, "Geez, you really gotta make these. When are you gonna fix these seats? Every Batmobile I've ever been in, it feels like the seats are too small. It's like you really don't want anybody sitting in here with you." And Batman gives him this really intense look that's a little hard for me to read, and I think it's meant to be inscrutable. And he says, "You're projecting, Jason." And then they don't like go on from that any further, but it's a little moment that just makes me go, oof, there's a lot to unpack there. But yeah, the interplay between Batman and Red Hood, and then Batgirl and Red Hood, is really it's such a juicy drama in my comic book. I love it. I love it to pieces. It's just so good. It's just so good. I think this was worth the wait. I think the problem is because this project was delayed for so long, I think ultimately it may not feel like it was worth the wait. I think what's ultimately going to happen is it's going to be a story that I think a lot more people will feel was worthwhile, or would have felt was worthwhile if it came out when it was originally supposed to. I think because we've sort of had this artificial waiting period attached to it, I think it's going to disappoint some people through no fault of its own. It's just creative delays and the perils of publishing, and of course everything that's going on in the world right now. But keeping that in check for myself, I will say this was very exciting. Go out and get this right now. On Comixology, it's I think $6.99 for the first issue, which is maybe a little pricey, but these Black Label books, you have to understand, they're a little bit bigger. Not they're a little bit longer and they're a little bit bigger in size. It's a prestige format. And I read it digitally because I don't believe my local comic book shop is open. I'm still trying to uh, process the fact that I have a local comic book shop now. That's so cool. One of the best things about moving. But, everything's kind of shut down right now, so I don't believe it's open. But anyway, I read it digitally, and would I have liked to, would I have liked to pay a little bit less than $6.99? Yeah, but I don't regret it. I had a great time with this. I cannot wait for issue number 2. It needs to be out right fucking now. Holy shit. So much drama, so much emotion, and a couple of really cool action scenes. Plus, more Red Hood love is always a good thing. Anyway, yeah, go out right now and support Three Jokers #1 by Jason Fabok and Geoff Johns. All right, thanks, guys. I will see you on the next one. More reviews to follow, hopefully tomorrow. I got to see what's coming out. If the new Spider-Man's coming out, I'm definitely going to jump on that one, so we'll see. All right, thanks. Bye.